Hello there, YouTube and Commander players. My name is Nick, also known as Wally D. I own and write for a website called MTGCasualPlay.com. And today, what you are about to see and or hear is our attempt at a podcast, 103.1 EDH Radio. And we recorded this in August of 2015 last year. And that was about the release time of From the Vault Angels. So in this podcast, we talked about From the Vault Angels, From the Vault in general, and then we went over our favorite angels, our Nemesis angels, ones that we didn't like, and our nostalgic angels. So we kind of talked a little bit of tribe talk there. The podcast consists of myself and fellow MTGCasualPlay.com writer Charlie Sneerbite, and my best friend Tom Clayton, also known as Rude Dawg. Tom and I were friends for 25 years, and we did a hell of a lot of stuff together, including Magic the Gathering, which we played together since 1997. And after I listened to this podcast and tried to edit it, I realized the audio quality was not very good at all. I also realized that my hosting ability wasn't that good, so I kind of buried this file, the audio file, on my hard drive, and I kind of forgot about it, or wanted to forget about it, and thought that maybe I'd try a podcast at a different time. Unfortunately, I lost my best friend Tom. Rude Dawg passed away in March of this year, 2016. And I am digging up any audio or video I can find that has him in it, and I'm going to publish it no matter what the quality. And this is one of the results of that. Like I said, it was a podcast. Tom and I recorded it with Charlie, and it's mainly audio, and I put together a little bit of slideshow to kind of guide you through it. But I'm going to publish this in memory of him. So hopefully you enjoy it somewhat. And again, I apologize about the audio. And please leave any comments below or any thoughts or ideas. And if anything else, just a God bless you, Rude Dawg would be great. So stay tuned. Here we go.
How you guys doing? I'm Tom Clayton, aka Rude Dawg, because I'm painfully blunt. I'm a long-time talker, short-time listener, which makes me an amazing gamer.
My name is Nick, also known as Wally D across the internet, and I am broadcasting to you from the Ristic Study in Central Illinois.
I'm Charles Sneerbite. I'm coming to you from West Philadelphia. I'm a grad student and longtime EDH player. I'm glad to be on the podcast.
Sweet. All right, sounds good, guys. Thanks for joining. All right, listeners, thanks for tuning in to 103.1 EDH Radio. Okay, listeners, our first topic is going to be the From the Vault series, in particular From the Vault Angels, but let's just get a quick overview of our opinions on the From the Vault series in general. Looking at it first, From the Vault series usually MSRP of $39.99, but you can never buy them at that price. From the Vault Angels can go anywhere right now from $60 to $100. Any opinions on the thoughts on prices of that?
Well, I think it's ridiculous that they just don't do them the MSRP. Instead of them coming out in all the game stores and places that are supposed to give you the MSRP, they don't. They know that the price is going to go up, so they jack the price up immediately. They need to at least have our first wave of them sold at MSRP. It's ridiculous that they're the ones that are doing the cashing in, and it totally counteracts, I think, what Wizards is trying to do by giving you these cards reprinted at a decent price, and blinging them out.
Charlie, any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, for what you're getting, it's probably not worth the money. You probably just trade for 9/10 of these cards. Although the new art is gorgeous, I don't think it's worth the price.
Agree with both of you on there. I mean, every set's going to have its price, depending on how bad you want the cards. I mean, if you're willing to pay the price and you can get them, then that's what you do. Have either of you given any thought to buying this or no?
Oh, I already purchased it, but the only reason I purchased it was because the place that I purchased it from, if you pre-order it, will give it to you at MSRP. But if you wait until after it comes out, then unfortunately we're going to have to match, whatever the going price is. So for me, I mean, that was the ultimate in sales. Like, oh, I can actually get it for value. I'm going to jump all over getting it for value. And what am I going to do? No, I'm not going to keep the cards. I'm going to turn around and I'm going to sell them at a higher price.
Charlie, how much is the From the Vault Angels going in Philadelphia there, do you know?
I don't know. I haven't been to check it out. I'm actually headed to my local game store, Cat's Corner, after this podcast. But I imagine the price goes up quite a bit for a pretty big EDH now.
Gotcha. Now, is there any singles? Would you buy any singles from the set?
I would, if you put my feet to the fire, I'd probably buy the alternate art Akroma Angel of Fury, just because I'm a huge fan of that particular card. It's my first general, and Therese Nielsen did a great job on the secondary art. So I'd buy that if I, it's a vanity.
Yeah, the art's beautiful. Both Akromas, she did both of those. It's really awesome. Tom's got the set right here, and there's about 5 cards I want out of it. Myself, I'm not gonna buy it. It's a little steep. I mean, I think I could probably pick it up for about $75 here, and I'd rather just cherry pick the 5 cards. I've seen online that there's been a lot of complaints about the foiling process. Some of the cards are curling coming out of the box. Charlie, any opinions? What do you think of the foiling process used from the vaults?
For foiling?
Yeah. As opposed to the regular pack fresh foils.
I mean, I'm really of the opinion of if it's not broke, don't fix it. I don't see why they need to give it a new foiling process. I mean, it just seems to hurt the cards.
So you would rather see like a From the Vaults with regular foiling process instead of what they're doing with it now?
Yeah, but I was also on the wrong side of the white border flame war of 8th edition, so we'll see.
Well, you've got some experience. I don't, because I wasn't playing during 8th edition there. So what exactly were they doing then?
Oh, they just changed the borders to white borders, so you'd see like Savannah Lion. It just looked weird after you get used to it. Like, how artifacts used to be brown and now they're, gray. It's just a huge fan base went up and split. Like, this is the worst thing. They're ruining Magic forever. Now everyone laughs about it, but at the time, it was like, the game is broken and ruined. That's the refrain of every Magic player who's been playing for more than 3 months.
We like new cards. Don't change. I'm going to tell you guys, you're both freaking wrong as hell. The foiling process on the From the Vault is what makes it From the Vault. It can't be the same, because in the same, there's too many cards that I open up, and yeah, they're foiled, but I got to double check. Is this foiled? Especially once you put it in a sleeve. You're turning it to the side, you're like, okay, where's the foil marker at? From the Vault foil, boom, Bam. Look at the curling on those edges. That bad boy's foiled. I mean, I'm teasing on the part of the curling, but the look is awesome, and each one of them being a different, having the little extra sheen going across it, it's great. Put the cards in decks. You're worried about them curling up on you, then, frame the damn thing if you want to lick it and keep it and pet it and touch it, Put it in sleeve it, deck it, done.
Nice. Oh, go ahead, Charlie.
No, I can respect your opinion. I mean, we're ultimately...
By God, you better.
You're buying, it's better be using.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the Avacyn right now, and it's, I mean, my goodness, it's beautiful, but I'm still, I'm a fan
drooling.
I am.
He is drooling.
Yeah, your resale value just went down on this box because I just drooled on it. But, but no, I'm still a fan of the regular foil, though. I mean, these are sharp. I mean, they look pretty, but I mean, it's almost just too much bling for me. I like the regular foils where, I mean, you can see just like parts of them foiled out, their eyes or whatnot. But
fans of this show, we realize he's an EDH person. He did not mean too much bling for him. He's just having a retard moment.
I have those a lot.
You play EDH, you love the bling. We pay artists to specialize our cards just so that they can be individual. So that's what's up. No, there's no such thing as too much bling. Unless you're bedazzling damn things, you're golden.
By the way, Charlie, they call Tom Rude Dawg because he's pretty
He
blunt.
caught that part because he listens.
I don't listen as much. Yeah. Let's look at the cards in this set. For those of you listening at home, I'm going to put a deck list of the 15 angels that are in the set, so you can go through and see what's in there. We have Iridescent Angel, Archangel of Strife, Janara, Asura of War, Aurelia, the War Leader, Lightning Angel, Exalted Angel. You know, I don't need to read them all.
No, you
We
don't.
know
They got
what they
internet. Look at this shit up, people. It's so damn
It's
lazy.
right there below it. Let's
Use your
look.
thumbs. Use your thumbs, people.
Yeah.
Use your thumb and your index finger. Click and hover over. Yeah, we'll put some fancy card links in the article here so you'll be able to see it. What card were you really glad to see in the set to become more available? Charlie, we'll start with you. Is it the Akroma that you're looking at, or is there a particular angel that you had in mind or that you're glad to see reprinted?
Yeah, there are two, actually. So there's Akroma, but I really love that they reprinted Lightning Angel. Now that Jeskai is finally getting some love and Wedge Colors are getting some love, it's great to see that card come back as sort of a callback, and it's got, finally really kick-ass flavor text before. This was a thing way back in Apocalypse Block. Like, everyone loved this card. It was called, Miss America. It was a thing. And just to see it again makes me all nostalgic.
How about you there, Tom?
So as far as what angels that I really, I dig, that Akroma. Jesus, freaking love the new Akroma. And, and for me, it's Legions. That whole block being all creatures. They finally made a block where somebody as stupid as myself can play. None of that, no spells and instants and interrupts. No, baby. We're casting creatures. We're turning them sideways. They're killing shit. When they come into play, that's your spell. Bonus, And Akroma, she was the queen mamba jamba of all that shit. And now, here she is, and redirected to Reese Nielsen ever heavenly goodness, and you get to hold her in your hand and caress her at night. Sleeve it and run it.
We're passionate about our angels here today, folks.
Amen.
So let's talk about creature types then real quick. What is your favorite creature type there, Charlie?
I got a weakness for shamans, but especially, because they're underutilized, you don't really have a war. I have a massive crush on the assassin type.
On the assassin?
Just something, like design space. My husband really loved the assassin, so I'm holding my breath.
I got you. I think we're losing you there, buddy. Hello?
Yeah, sorry about
Okay.
Yeah, tell the other people in the cafe to shut the hell up.
that. I'll do that. Let me get my plate.
Right on. And if they're not scared of you, show them my picture.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, I gotta say, I've been staring at your picture here on the Skype thing, man, and it's freaking me out there, Tom.
Yep, good. I'm gonna have my own horror show.
It's like you're about ready to.
I don't even know.
I'm unnerved by his cold, soulless eyes.
So, favorite creature type? Demons. You want to play me? I'm huge, I'm bad, I kill everything, and you. No, I love goblins, man. I always have a weak spot for goblins.
Goblins. And what did we say? Yours was, Charlie? You said shamans?
Dragons, shamans, and I have a soft spot for assassins.
Shamans and assassins.
How about you, Wally?
Yeah,
I'd like to think of myself as liking all creature types, If I had picked one for, man, I don't even know if I could. I've always liked slivers in the past, but that was in the past. I don't really have one. I don't really have a favorite creature type nowadays. I just like to play with the cards.
Oh my god, you're such a lover.
I know
Yay.
I love all things magic. But as far as the set goes, I'm probably most excited about the Irelia, the War Leader, using her in a couple decks, and I do have a red-white Boros Angel deck, so I will be getting, I think it's going for $4 or $5 now. I will be getting the From the Vault foil to be the commander of that deck, and glad to pick up a foil copy for on the cheap. Let's look at what's not in the set. There's so many angels that you could pick from, and everybody's going to be upset that we're missing one. What angel stands out to you that's missing from the set? Charlie, let's start with you.
Yeah, sure. Actually, two that I thought really should have been in the set to demonstrate how Magic has changed over the years. Like back in Tempest Block, I was a huge fan of Selenia, Dark Angel. It was a little black-white flyer for 5. Pay 2 life, bounce her back. It was great. You could dodge spot removal. It was flavorful. It was kind of cool. And the other side of that, I guess, is Razia, Boros Archangel. Flying, haste, and vigilance with the ability to redirect a lightning bolt is fantastic. And I just liked the mechanics behind it. It felt very white, red, and flavorful, fully, really committed. So I wish those had been in the set myself.
And I tell you what, I'm looking at the art for Razia right now. That's some sick art right there. That's really
Yeah,
cool.
4 wings.
Holy
Twice
cow.
as angelic as everyone else.
And a sword.
Flaming sword at that. That's awesome.
That is on fire.
Yeah, Star Wars copied off her.
Yeah, motherfuckers. Oh, can I say that?
You just did.
Well, there we go.
Well, we don't have no PG rating, that's for sure. What about you there, Tom? You bought the from the Vault Angel set. What angel's missing in your eyes?
I'm terrible with the angel names. We talked about this before. It was the black and white one. Desolation? No, not the Desolation. Whichever one, she's like 2 black, 2 white. When she comes into play, destroy target permanent. She's bald. I'm bald. She's bald. We're bald together.
What is
She's
it?
a 5/5.
What is it, Charlie?
Angel of...
That's it. Angel of Despair. Yes, she's the one who's missing.
For me, I was really hoping that Angel of Finality would have been reprinted. She's 3 and a white when she comes into play. She removes target player's graveyard from the game. And the reason why I was hoping to have her in the set was because she is not available in foil. She's only had 1 printing, and that was in Commander 2013 set.
Angel of Finality?
Angel of Finality, yeah. 3 and a white. She's a 3/4 flyer that when she enters the battlefield, exile all cards from target player's graveyard.
She sounds pretty weak to me, Wally. I gotta agree with Wizards on dumping your little bitch.
She's a toolbox angel. I mean,
Whatever,
play
you're
her.
a tool.
I mean, we're all tools. Radiate.
We really are.
I mean, Deadeye Navigator likes her all right.
Yeah, and that's exactly. I've got her in a Brago deck. I've got her in Kalia. I like the cheaper casting cost angels. 4 mana, being able to put an angel out on the board, and this one here is great utility. And I just wanted her in foil, and it looks like I'll have to wait a little bit longer for that, which is no problem. So let's finish this up here. What's your overall opinion of the set? Let's do it on a scale of love it, like it, hate it, or meh, whatever.
Oh, love it.
Love it?
Love it. Women in your hands, people. Lots of them. Bling.
How about you, Charlie? Love it, like it, hate it, meh, whatever.
What do you think, Wally?
Me, I like it. I'm not going to pay above MSRP for it. Like I said, I'm going to cherry pick the angels I want out of it, but I like it for the angels that I want out of it, and makes it more accessible and in foil. I'll take it.
I think that it has a lot of things going for it. The artwork in the set, like most from the Vault sets, is fantastic. If you want to pay a lot of money for a lot of solid, generally non-green beaters, great. It's up your alley. It's just not up mine.
You guys keep talking about cost. Take the cost away from the equation. Looking at these sets that are reprinted, then it's beautiful.
Okay, even with the cost accepted, you have to realize that I have like a perpetual and chronic hatred of white and a mana cost. So this is like my nightmare to born.
So you're not a white player at all then?
I mean, I'll splash it like for Shu Yan or 5-color, but generally I have this aversion to the color. It's so idealistic. It's a philosophical difference, not a mechanical difference.
I gotta say that now I'm with you on that. I don't play white. I don't play blue. Not huge on green. I'm more of a Rakdos. And all these white angels. I really love Akroma, but I don't have her in a single deck. I like it because of Kalia, because Kalia's got both the black and the red, and your dragons, your demons, your angels. That's what gets me excited about this. I'm sure Kalia is going to go up, having this out, because everybody's going to be like, whoa, I turned Kalia sideways. I'm going to stick an Akroma up your face. Because that's what my grandparents do. They sit around and play EDH.
All right, enough of the From the Vault Angels. We're going to move on to our next segment. We're going to call this segment Fantastic Four. We're going to go around the table and discuss our 2 favorite angels. And then we're going to bring up our Nemesis angel and our Nostalgic angel. So stay tuned. 103.1 EDH Radio. All right, listeners, we're back. We're going to go on to the next segment called Fantastic Four. We're going to discuss angels, our 2 favorite angels that we like to play, our Nemesis angel that we don't like to see hit the table, and a Nostalgic angel that we try to cram into any deck that we can, or just try to get onto the battlefield. I'll go ahead and start it out. My first pick for favorite angel is actually one that is in the From the Vault series. It is Irelia, the War Leader. Irelia is two red, 2 white. She's a legendary creature angel, flying, vigilance, and haste. Whenever Irelia, the War Leader, attacks for the first time each turn, untap all creatures you control. After this phase, there is an additional combat phase. Now, I first started playing Irelia in my Kalia deck. And a lot of people that play Kalia don't like to play her because when you swing with Kalia and drop in Irelia, you do not get the second combat phase. You actually have to wait a full turn before you can utilize that. But honestly, I like to just hard cast her and then swing with Kalia, and then I'll be able to jump 2 creatures in using her ability, using the second attack phase. Second reason I like her is I did build a tribal angel deck recently. And this is my commander for that. Any thoughts on Irelia? Do you guys use her?
Yeah, I use her in my Shuyan multiple attack fun times deck. She's fantastic for what she does. She's reasonably costed. She's got a smaller butt than you'd expect, but for such a powerful trigger, I feel like it all balances out.
I don't use her at all.
All right, let's move on to Tom. Favorite angel?
Favorite name was Akroma. Akroma. I guess there's 2 of them. I would have to go with the Angel of Fury over Wrath. Wrath, as it, don't get me wrong, I got a big old virtual hard on for both of them, but Angel of Fury can't be countered, so you blue. And the protection from white and from blue, 2 colors that I despise. And she, the madder she gets, the bigger she gets. And she has a morph ability, which is freaking sweet ass fantastic. And the new art, I could not give Teresa Nielsen more love without having like the law called against me and some kind of something put on me. I'm not sure. I'm gonna go with handcuffs.
Now, Akroma is also on your list there, Charlie.
Yeah, she was, but I don't want to hog. So, yeah, Akroma is fantastic. I think what really makes her...
Wait, which one though?
Oh, the Fury. I try to stay away from Angel of Wrath. The fire breathing is what sells her for me. I mean, it makes commander damage much more of a thing. But I do have to give a particular shout out to Cassandra Battle Seraph. She first came out in the commander set a couple of years ago. Red, white, flyer, 4/4 for 5. Has a nice little... The players can't cast spells during combat, which they like. It has some political care to make a creature attack. That's pretty cool when you're trying to leverage your position. Right? You can make someone over it. Yeah. There's some utility. Plus the nice art.
So on Cassandra, which ability works better in your favor? The red where you make a creature attack, or static ability where no one can cast spells during combat?
I know one that I've used is the activated ability with red. Just, making people who are too smart to swing out is just delicious for me.
All right, let's list another favorite. My second one is going to be Archangel of Tides. Am I saying that right? Tides?
Yeah.
I can say it however I want, I guess. Huh? All right, Archangel of Tides. She's actually a new card from Magic Origins, 1 and triple white. As long as Archangel of Tides is untapped, creatures can't attack you or a planeswalker you control unless their controller pays 1 for each of those creatures. Her second ability, as long as Archangel of Tides is attacking, creatures can't block unless their controller pays 1 for each of those creatures. I've already crammed her into 3 different decks. Just really like her, number 1 for the propaganda effect, and then number 2 for if you go on the offensive. I mean, people like to spend their mana, and they don't want to hold back mana just so that they could block the Archangel. So I like her for offense, I like her for defense, and fits my playstyle pretty good. I've crammed her in my mono white deck. I've put her in Irelia, and I've put her in Kalia. She actually does work with Kalia too. If you drop her in, they have to pay 1 for each creature they want to block with. So just for 4 mana, a 3/5 flyer with both abilities, I mean, you just can't beat it. So definitely one of my favorites, a new one and a good one. Any thoughts on on her?
That bitch is good.
It's
Charlie,
a monster.
Have you seen her at the table yet or no?
Yeah, I saw some guy Sense of the Heart, her and Admonition Angel into play on turn 5.
Damn.
That guy.
Tom, second favorite angel there.
It's got to be Iona, Shield of Emeria.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, she's definitely my second favorite because, well, honestly, my second favorite is Kalia. You know, because I'm pretty sure she is an angel, isn't she?
No, she's a human cleric.
Oh, damn it. All right, that's the only reason she's not in this from the vault then. All right, then I got to go with Iona because my first commander was Kalia, and once that I got the power of Iona to be able to just cheaty face into play and shut somebody else's deck down, that's such a good time. And she's big on the front and the back, so she hurts and she's hard to kill.
There would be a high percentage of EDH players out there who are not liking you right now.
Yeah, screw them. I love you guys, though, so you know. I love you. To death.
All right, Charlie, I know you got something to say about Iona.
She was on my list of generals that immediately just make you a target no matter who you are.
Oh, I wouldn't use her as a general.
What?
I wouldn't use her as a general. I thought we were just talking about we liked him
Because,
as a...
as a...
Yeah, why would you... No, why lock yourself to mono white? Blech.
Yeah, that's true. When you can just,
Let's slit our
wrap
wrists
around.
now.
Be surprised. It's a surprisingly good mono white Iona.
Really?
Don't ask me how it works. They use what is it, Emeria, Sky Rune, and then just discarded their hands, started chugging things in play. But I think she's a major problem, but she's interesting enough that I don't feel that she's broken. She can stall a game, but she's not protected herself, which I feel is the flat. If it was, she has protection from X color, and that color can't be played, just redundant. While I'm not happy to see her, I'm not utterly terrified because Diabolic Edict exists.
Nice. And so does non-creature removal like Duplicant, and most people are playing, especially in a multiplayer game. I mean, there's other players there to help you deal with Iona if the person who casted her calls your color. So we've seen her at the table a few times. We got a buddy in our play group that puts Iona down. And I think even in a recent game, Tom was playing mono red. Boy, he windmill slammed Iona down and named red.
Thought he was something.
Yeah, and then we turned our guns there towards him, and we dealt with Iona. I think you stole Iona from him, didn't you?
I did.
So.
Because I play red and artifacts. It's not like it's all just a bunch of weenie red. I can't remember I honestly don't know the name of my general. I just know that he's some dude that I can bring tokens out of the graveyard. You put the token into play. He's from the mono red commander.
Right. Felden of the Third Path.
Felden of the Third Path. That was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
guy. So then I can do nasty things. So yeah.
Yeah. So he slapped Iona down, and I think he just laughed at him. But for a lot of the EDH community and stuff, Iona is one that people would like to see banned, and I think it's mainly because if people do like to play monocolor decks, they feel that they're getting locked out. If you like to play mono blue or mono red, and then somebody puts down Iona, it's a pain in the dick, honestly. So, but it can be played around, especially in multiplayer. I mean, that's what the other players are there for. You either politic your way or find somebody to help you out, man.
I don't see why she should have to be banned. I mean, a 9 casting cost with 3 white. They're not giving her to you for free. You got to pay or cheat and face that stuff in. Exactly. So you're wasting cards to cheat her into play. Or not wasting cards, because you get what I'm saying.
Honestly, I think one of the worst things a mono white deck could do is to run her, because bribery is a thing.
I can.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, if you get bribery, the mono white deck, and you pull Iona out, they're pretty much toast. So, okay, so Iona was Tom's second favorite card. Charlie, your second favorite angel?
Second favorite angel is actually probably. I usually am not a big fan of black white, but Desolation Angel is fantastic. So Desolation Angel is a black angel that has a kicker of 2 white. Came out in Apocalypse. And if you pay the kicker, everything besides her is down. And she's beautiful art, flavorful effect, and unusually for black-white. Not a lot of people see her coming. I have a weakness for her, just emotionally. She's on the cover of so many boxes and hats way back in the day. But I can't help but, smile even if it ruins my position to see her.
Now, do you have a certain deck that you play Desolation Angel in, or no?
I don't play her, but I have a play group that meets relatively frequently, and there's a guy who runs her as his lone mass removal spell, and she always seems to show up at the worst possible time. Oh, no, I've gotten this horribly wrong. Desolation Angel is actually, oh my god, she wipes lands.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, yeah, that guy. I completely got that mixed up with Desolation Giant. Even still, everything I said, I stand by. She's
Now, okay, so side tangent here. Then your play group. I mean, do you have a lot of land destruction then, or?
Yeah, because there seems to be a cycle of everyone makes a deck that will beat everyone else, and so the end of that cycle is everyone puts in main void land destruction, and then we restart and start playing lower power decks.
So Desolation
So,
Angel
yeah.
with kicker is no big deal then, if you're sitting at a table.
One guy, in response to the constant chain of land destruction, made a Bant deck with only man lands and consistent access to Terra Eternal, which makes lands indestructible, and then just sort of laughed his way to victory for about 3 weeks.
Oh wow.
Yeah, deck.
Our next group in our Fantastic Four, we're going to name a Nemesis Angel, which is a card that we can't stand, a card we don't like to see hit the table, one that just gets our blood boiling or paints a target on one of our opponents. I'll go ahead and start again. I've got to leave the one that I picked out. I got to leave for Tom because he really has a hating for it. Rude Dawg, you're.
I hate Sagara. God, I hate her. I hate her with a passion. Sagara, host of Herons. That card is so freaking broken. Okay, Jazam Djinn was huge. He was a demon. He was a forecasting cost 5/5. This freaking bitch, she's a 5/5 for 5 with flying and hexproof. And wait, there's more. You can't, spells and abilities your opponents control can't cause you to sacrifice permanents. That is such bullshit. Bullshit! I play Nath the Guilt Leaf. Nath is awesome. Every time that they discard, so what do? I use sacrifices is the way of the black. I don't care about the hexproof. Whoop-de-frickin' do. But hexproof and can't be sacrificed? Come on. How you kill this skank? You pestilence out? I mean, God, she's such a... That's just wrong.
Yeah.
It's wrong. And in my play group, I have not one but 2 friends that play this skank as their general. Why? Because they love to watch me squirm when they play her. God, I fucking hate her.
Actually, there's 3 of us. We could actually.
Are you really?
Yeah. You forgot.
Jesus tits.
You forgot Austin too.
I tell you, I buy her just so I can rip her in half and set fire to her. Dance. And I'm an amazing dancer.
All right, I got to jump on the bandwagon because I got to have her be my Nemesis too. And just the main reason, I mean, I do play her, but I can't help it. She's really, really good. But she's got to be my Nemesis because I always forget about that person not being able to sacrifice a permanent. I still do it. I Living Death doesn't affect her.
Let me look up Living Death. It doesn't? Charlie, what do you got on that?
Living Death?
Yeah.
Let me see. Living Death.
Living Death is 3, 2 black.
Yeah, it's sacrifice. Yeah, it doesn't work.
Yeah, Living Death doesn't work. All is Dust doesn't work. I mean, and I'll play those as ways to get rid of Sagara, and I'll play it, and then my buddy Corey will just look at me. I'm like, you got to sacrifice everything, and I always forget. Sagara makes it where you don't have to sacrifice anything, so just huge pain in the butt.
So yeah, you're actually giving them all the cards in their graveyard for free.
Yeah.
Because you exile all creatures from your graveyard, then you sacrifice the ones in play. Then you put the exiled cards into play. So if you Living Death and Sagara's on the table, whoever you're playing against, it's like, thanks! Mass revive! Awesome!
Charlie, your thoughts on her?
I mean, she's blatantly unfair for what she does. And, combined with Avacyn, like, if you're running her as your general, you have access to Avacyn, which is just completely stupid.
Exactly. And every one of these pricks does that, Charlie. Go ahead.
Yeah, Actually, I think my Nemesis is actually Avacyn, Angel of Hope. She
Nice
just
segue.
takes away so many
See what you
options. Yeah, I'm a writer.
Fucking smooth
Uh,
as here.
That was smooth. So what is it about Avacyn that makes her your nemesis?
really just she makes so many cards, dead cards in hand, and slows the game down. I don't mind indestructibility, but just spreading it all over the board and making it so you have to be either blue or black and very specific ways of dealing with things to get around her just gets my, especially as red green, since damage is my main way of killing you or dealing with a problem. I'm a guy who runs shit in Meteor in every deck he can. So this is just a giant big you to me. And just also just the Avacyn as this ideal angel lunar deity just makes me really annoyed. It feels like a 2-bit CGI ripoff of Sarah from way back in Urza Saga. And just I don't know, I'm not a big fan.
Well, definitely valid arguments on that. I've seen Avacyn, I've seen Sagara way too many times in our playgroups. I've seen them briberied for. I mean, they're definitely, unless they're sitting in front of you and you're swinging with them, yeah, definitely Nemesis cards, that's for sure. The last part of our Fantastic Four is our Nostalgic Angel, which is maybe a personal favorite or playing an angel that we used to play in our beginning days of Magic that just makes you nostalgic. When you're building a new deck, maybe it's an angel, your card that you're just wanting to cram in there because, oh, this is my favorite, and I've always wanted to use this, so I'll put that in there. I'll go ahead and start. One of mine is called Fallen Angel. She's 3 and 2 black. She's a 3/3 flyer, and her ability is sacrifice a creature. Fallen Angel gets +2/+1 until end of turn. I had her in my Chainer deck, my mono black, for a while, just as a sacrifice outlet. It just seems like anytime I'm trying to build either black or trying to go with any kind of a sacrifice theme, I'm wanting to put her in there just because it's a free sack outlet. You don't have to tap any mana. It's just sacrifice a creature and you get an effect. And probably the reason why Nostalgic is the old art and one of the first cards I got in 5th edition. Every time I see the card, it just the artwork alone, especially the 5th edition version, it just reminds me of when I first started playing Magic because I used to play the shit out of her in casual 60 card.
Oh, the ripped off wings on her back. Such a strong picture.
Yeah. As for my nostalgia card, it actually is the last in a cycle. It first came out in Plane Shift, actually. It's Voice of All, which is a 4-drop angel, 2 flyer. When it comes into play, choose a color. It has protection from the chosen color. There was a cycle in Urza's Saga, Urza's Destiny thing, the voice cycle, of little 4-drop angels that have protection from each one color. Voice of Law had protection from red, etc. So seeing this thing, is beautiful art from Plane Chase, takes me way back when that was the thing to be worried about back when I played 60 cards. It's a nice little trip down memory lane.
Yeah, I'm with you on this one. I played a lot of Magic during the Invasion. I think this was Invasion block. Invasion, Plane Shift, Apocalypse. And yeah, she brings back a lot of memories. I mean, she's actually decent in EDH if you're going for a protection theme, or a decent blocker, a 2/2 flyer that you can name, any color when she hits the battlefield. Always been one of my favorites from back in the day. This would be another one too. That I'm with you on that, Charlie. I'd try to cram her in a deck too if I could. Tom.
Nostalgic has got to be, for me, is Platinum Angel.
Platinum Angel?
Because Mirrodin is the first block that I actually started playing more competitively. And it's also the dark times of Magic the Gathering, because Mirrodin brought out Affinity. And the wonderful thing with the Platinum Angel is I was playing, either had Affinity, Tooth and Nail, Goblins with the Goblin Sharpshooter, or like this mono white deck. Those were literally the only 4 decks you saw in Standard during Mirrodin times. But with the Platinum Angel being able to Tooth and Nail for her and Leonin Abunis, or Abunis of Leonin, who's
I'm not sure what that one is.
he's a white. It's like 1 white and 3 colorless.
Leonin.
Yeah,
Abunis.
Leonin Abunis.
Yeah, 3 and a white. Artifacts you control have hexproof.
Yeah, there you go. So she's hexproof. You can't lose the game and your opponents can't win the game. And that is such a Rude Dawg line if I've ever heard one ever. Heads I win, tails you lose. Boom. Flying. You can't lose the game and your opponents can't win the game. Fucking epic. Sweet. And all 7 colorless, whoop-de frickin' do. You're playing it in green tooth and nail, you're going and getting her and Leona to protect her, or just her just to buy you time to do what? Cast another one of her.
Hey, why don't we just put Avacyn and Sagara out there with her as well?
Oh, and then I'll have to fucking set your cards on fire, but it'll be cool. We'll videotape it so you can relive the moment.
Nice. Any thoughts on the Platinum Angel there, Charlie?
Yeah, I mean, when I saw her time, I think middle school, I was blown away, but in EDH, she's a pretty balanced card, and she's both an artifact and a creature. There's literally no color or color combination that can't kill her out of, which makes her fair.
Yeah, definitely.
The beautiful art and flavor text just wraps up the deal for me.
Totally concur.
Yeah, great card. I like her as well. This will be one of them I do get from the Vault Angel set. So that's going to wrap up the Angel Talk, but stick around. We got a few more comments, including who the fuck are these guys, and how we got started in EDH and Magic the Gathering, plus plenty more Rude Dawg humor. So stick around. Just a few more minutes ago. 103.1 EDH Radio. All right, let's start with you, Charlie, there. So you said you started playing Magic during Tempest, or you said that was the most recent set. What set was actually out when you first started playing?
I think we were, when I first started playing, it was the Apocalypse / Plane Shift era.
Okay.
So naturally I still have a great deal of fondness for Kavu, because, Kavu.
Kavu, man, I haven't heard that forever, yeah.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
Okay. And then when did
just big scaly murder machines.
And then when did you start playing EDH?
Oh, I played EDH in college when I realized there's a joke. Actually, my friends I played EDH with knew me in high school when I was playing 60 card.
Okay.
Joking 60 card is, hey, that was a long game and almost 6 turns. You should really fix your deck. Looking for something a little bit more social. So, showed up in college. I've been playing since, I guess, oh shit, I've been playing for a decade, EDH. So yeah.
Nice. Then how about you, Tom? When did you, well, I know when you did, but for the listeners there, when did you start playing?
Tempest. I remember, like, when we first started playing, I was told, go get a, at the time, you could buy like a box of 5th edition that would come with lands. It was like you got...
It's a like, starter pack.
Starter pack, yeah. Starter pack of 5th edition and 2 Tempest booster packs. And I remember once I got the Tempest, looking at the Tempest cards versus the 5th edition, I was like, why on earth would they have me buy 5th edition? These Tempest cards are gorgeous. Because they were black bordered. And then I think one of the first cards I got was the Sliver Queen and a Cursed Scroll. Oh no, Sliver Queen was Stronghold.
Yeah.
So it was Tempest right before Stronghold had come out.
Right.
Because they were at the first little gathering or tournament that we did. It was Stronghold slivers weren't allowed to be used yet. And but yeah, and what really draws you in was the storyline for me. It had an awesome storyline, playing with all your friends, and also the game was cheap. It was here's all these commons for a nickel. Uncommons were a quarter. Like the most expensive rare, I mean the dual lands and everything, but as far as playing just in standard or anything that we came across with our play group, everything was a fairly inexpensive game to play, and it was just a ton of fun.
And then when did you start playing EDH?
Oh, that was, okay, so I quit playing, let's say that would have been 97. I think I quit playing like coming around 2000. I didn't start playing EDH until meeting back up with you when you were like, you know what, because the whole Magic not costing money, that didn't last very long. And then instead of, and that was the whole draw to EDH was, look, you get to play with big fatties You get to, you don't have to collect 4 of a card. You only need 1. 1 of a card, and you have your legendary commander. You know, just everything that had to do with EDH is what totally sucked me back in.
Yeah.
And that would have been probably, what, 3 years ago? 4 years ago?
About 4 years ago, yeah. So I guess my story can go in with you, because I was told by the same person, go grab a pack of 5th edition starter deck, a couple Tempest booster packs, and meet at my friend's house. That's what got me hooked. I still have the Nevin Rawls disc and the Lord of the Pit that I opened up in those in that 5th edition pack, and actually had them signed by the artist. I think it was Mark Tebben. I'm not sure.
Martin, yeah.
Yeah, Mark Teden. And then started playing EDH. A friend of mine, Chris, who's no longer with us now, but we were sent around playing 60 card and stuff, and he's like, man, you guys got to play EDH, and he lent me his deck, and just got hooked from there. And then I dragged as many of my buddies.
You really did too. Such a recruiter.
Yeah, I was just like, hey guys, we got to start playing Magic again, and then introduce them to the game. So, start with you there, Charlie. What type of a player are you in regards to colors? Do you have a certain color that you lean to, or color combination?
Yeah, actually. I have a weakness for aggressive and weird decks. I'm currently working on a Corona False God deck, just because why not? But generally the archetypes I can't stand are life gain and attrition. So whether double strike, trample, haste is nice. I joke that if I can run Stigma Lasher, Trinket Mage, and Willow Satire in a deck, I will. I just have a serious weakness for the Temur colors, the green, blue, and red. There's a lot of design space open there. General's really powerful, but not so much that like Spur has to be controlling.
Mm-hmm.
Temur has a lot of openings for creation that I enjoy very much.
How about you, Tom?
Rude Dawg is Jund. The black, red, green. Green because it's fat. Black because I like to kill myself as well as others. The red because it's fast. I can't stand blue and white. I hate counter spells. Hate them with a passion. Let me do what I'm doing. You can do what you're doing, and then we're going to fight in the middle. That's how you play the game. Sit back, and I'm going to sit back here with no creatures and cast spells the whole time. That's just dumb. But that makes me dumb for thinking that way, though. I would say I'm more dropping the green, more for the black-red. As far as in EDH, though, but I'm realizing now, having played a lot more competitive Magic recently, that just how strong blue can be.
Yeah.
But yeah, my color is definitely, though, the blue, the Jund, black, red, green.
I think I would have to go with Esper. White has always been my favorite. Always been a white player, and then just recently, man, I've seen the dark side. I mean, black is just it's so much fun, and then I like the blue just for the crazy shit it does. So if I had to pick a 3-color combination, I mean white, blue, and black all day long. It's fun. I mean, I can be aggressive if I want. I can control the board if I want. I can go on offense. I can go on defense. I mean, I can wipe the board. I mean, those 3 colors do everything I want in a game of Magic. So definitely Esper. Charlie, if anybody wants to get a hold of you, how do they do that?
If you want to get a hold of me, you can add me on Skype, which is just search Charles Snoorbite and I'll come up. And otherwise, I'm on Facebook.
And Rude Dawg, people want to get a hold of you, how do they do that?
Rude Dawg, DOG09 at Yahoo for emails, but if you just Facebook Thomas Clayton and look for the amazingly fucking handsome bald guy.
And if they have hate mail to send you, is there any particular...
Yeah, send that to Wally D222 at Yahoo.
I appreciate that. Yeah, send me Tom's Rude Dawg's hate mail. I will forward it on to him.
Yeah, he'll read it.
Just tell me what style you would like me to read it to him. I'll just... Dear Tom.
From Sally Jesse Raphael in West Virginia.
We think you are a bastard.
Yeah, you curse way too much, asshole.
Only think?
Listeners want to get a hold of me, any questions, whatever, you can contact me on mtgcasualplay.com. You can look me up on Twitter, WallyD2. Other than that, I do need to mention the site, though, real quick. mtgcasualplay.com. We have a few writers out there. I'll go into more detail here in a little bit. But a big thanks to Charlie for putting some articles out there. And there's a slew of us other writers out there. So if you get a chance, make sure you check out the articles. I mean, these guys are putting some good words out there. So check them out. But I think that'll do it, guys. Appreciate it. Charlie, thanks, man, for joining us. Appreciate it, man.
Thanks for inviting me.
Glad you guys got to hear me talk.
No problem. All right, guys. All right, until next time, man. That sounds good. On to the next.
Signing off here for 103.
0.1 EDH Radio.
Charles, slap that waitress on the ass for me, brother.
If they had waitresses, sure, but they don't. So
Those
there you
bastards.
go.
All right, later.
All right, take care, buddy. Thank